A very good evening to one and all. Please keep wearing your mask throughout the program. I also request all of you to put your phone on silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation. A warm welcome to Ambassador of India to Kuwait, His Excellency Shri Sibi George, Madam Joyce Sibi, members who joined us live, and media fraternity. I welcome you all today for the musical program which is being organized by the Indian Cultural Network of the Embassy to pay tribute to legendary singer Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar ji, who left this world at the age of 92. Her demise is an end of an era, a great loss to the nation and to the music world. She spent 8 decades of her life in music and sang over 30,000 songs in as many as 36 Indian languages, and captured the attention and love of entire generations around the world. She is a synonym of melody and music. Her contribution to the Indian music industry gained her honorific titles such as the Nightingale of India, Voice of the Millennium, and the Queen of Melody.
Ladies and gentlemen, a good evening to all of you. I welcome you all to this evening when we meet here to pay musical tributes to Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar ji, whom we lost last week. Dear friends, the hearts and souls that she touched through her thousands of songs will always miss her, and her legacy will live on forever. Her Mere Watan ke logon will continue to inspire every Indian and several generations to come. The mourning on her demise was not limited to India. The people from around the world were grieving her demise. Many in Kuwait recalls her visit to Kuwait and her performance here. After the news of her demise came out, many in Kuwait shared their grief on this irreparable loss. Here in the embassy, we observed 2 days of mourning when our national flag was flown at half-mast. I received so many messages of condolences from our Kuwaiti friends and diplomats from other countries. I thank each one of them for sharing their condolences with us. I thank the artists who have joined us here today to perform here, to pay our tributes to Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar ji. Before we start our musical evening today, may I request all of you to please stand and observe silence, a moment of silence, to pay our homage to our beloved Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar ji. Thank you and good evening.
We now pay tribute to Lata Mangeshkar ji by singing her iconic song, "Ye Mere Watan Ke Logon," to which she gave her magical voice and immortalized her love for the country. This is a song which holds high emotional value for any Indian. I request all the artists to come to the stage and join us to pay tribute and homage to Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar ji. of solo and duet performances of famous songs dedicated to Lata Mangeshkar ji. Without further ado, let us start the program. The first performance is by Miss Devika Vijay Kumar, who is going to sing one of the hit songs, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. At the background, we have the dance performance by students of Anjali School of Dance, choreographed by Mrs. Sindhu Madhuraj. The participants are Tanushri Madhuraj, Akshaya Leonard, Gauri Parvati, Leah Kalarath, Nayan Elsa, and Bhavyashri Madhuraj. Please welcome them with a huge round of applause. Thank you very much for this lovely performance, girls. We now have a duet performance of iconic song Dekha Ek Khwab To Ye Silsile Hue by Mr. Mubarak and Dr. Susovana Sujit Nair. I request the singers to take the stage.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Our sincere thanks to Embassy of India Kuwait for having us here this evening in paying tribute to the beautiful life of Lata ji, the voice of the millennium, who inspired us for years together. She will be greatly missed indeed, and the memory of her greatness as a musician will remain live with us in years to come together. Thank you so much. And our first dedication is a duet from the film Silsila, for which Mr. Mubarak will be joining me. I thank him for the same.
Thank you. मेरी सांसों में बस ये खुशबू तेरी,
ये तेरे प्यार की है जादूगरी।
तेरी आँखों में हवाओं ने
प्यार का रंग है फिजाओं में,
धड़कनों में तेरे गीत हैं मिले हुए।
क्या कहूँ के शर्म से है लब सिले हुए,
देखा एक ख्वाब तो ये सिलसिले हुए।
फूल भी हो दरमिया तो फासले हुए।
The next performance is by Mrs. Sumita Nair on the renowned song Rehna Beeti Jaye. Please welcome her. This was such a soulful performance. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sumita. Next, we have Master Rohit Shyam to enlighten us with one of the very famous songs, Tere Bina Zindagi Se. Thank you very much for such a soothing performance, Master Rohit. The next performance is by Dr. Susovana Sujit Nair, who is going to sing the well-known song Rahe na Rahe Mehka Karenge. This was such a lovely performance. Thank you so much, Dr. Susovana. Now let us sit back and enjoy the dazzling duet performance by Mr. Mubarak and Mrs. Sumita Nair on the song Kora Kagaz Mann Mera. Please welcome them.
Hey, 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 ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, hey, 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 ha, ho, कोरा कागज था ये मन मेरा 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 लिख लिए नाम उस पे तेरा 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 कोरा कागज था ये मन मेरा लिख लिए नाम उस पे तेरा
सोना आंगन दाई बन मेरा बस गया प्यार जिसपे तेरा
टूट न जाए सपने मैं डरता हूँ इस दिन सपनों में देखा करता हूँ टूट न जाए सपने मैं डरता हूँ इस दिन सपनों में देखा करता हूँ ये ना गजरारे मतवारे ये इशारे काले दर्पण था ये मन मेरा रच गया रूप इसमें तेरा
कोरा कागज दाई बन मेरा लिख लिया नाम इस पे तेरा
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for such an amazing performance. I now welcome the singers Dr. Madhu Gupta and Mr. Iqbal from Rhythm Group who are going to sing this beautiful song, Vaada Karle Sajna. I request you to take the stage.
इवनिंग जब तक कि सिस्टम चेक हो रहा है लता जी की इस श्रद्धांजलि की गीतमाला में हमारी अगली प्रस्तुति होगी और रिधुन परिवार 3-4 गीत प्रस्तुत करेगा उनकी आवाज़ तो नश्वर है और उसके साथ ही हम पले बढ़े हैं इट विल नेवर गो फ्रॉम आवर हार्ट नॉट ओनली अस इवन द होल कॉन्टिनेंट आई शुड से
Thank you for the wonderful performance, Dr. Madhu and Mr. Iqbal. We now have the next performance by Mr. Mukesh and Mrs. Ajab from the Rhythm Group on a very famous song, Kya Yehi Pyar Hai. Please welcome them.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
यही प्यार है,
हाँ यही प्यार है।
ओ दिल तेरे बिन कहीं लगता नहीं, वक्त गुजरता नहीं,
क्या यही प्यार है।
हाँ 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 यही प्यार है।
ओ दिल तेरे बिन कहीं लगता नहीं, वक्त गुजरता नहीं, क्या यही प्यार है।
हाँ हाँ यही प्यार है।
Thank you so much for such a charming performance. The next performance is by Dr. Madhu and Dr. Nayak on this notable song, Is Mode Se Jaate Hain. I request the singers to take the stage.
इस मोड़ से जाते हैं, इस मोड़ से जाते हैं। तुम मुझे यूं भुला ना पाओगे, हाँ तुम मुझे यूं भुला ना पाओगे, जब कभी भी सुनोगे गीत मेरे, संग संग तुम भी गुनगुनाओगे, हाँ तुम मुझे यूं भुला ना पाओगे, हाँ तुम मुझे यूं। Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for such an emotional performance, Dr. Susovana. This was a great ending to the event. Though Lata Mangeshkar ji is no more, her music will continue to enthrall us for years to come, and her melodious and soulful voice will live forever in our hearts. With this, we come to the end of today's evening. On behalf of the Embassy, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the participants and coordinators who evoked our memories of Lata Mangeshkar ji. I thank friends who joined us live today and media fraternity. I also thank His Excellency Shri C.B. George and Madam Joyce C.B. for their constant encouragement and support. Thank you everyone for joining us today for the special evening. Good night and Jai Hind.